students, we are going to continue with our chapter, that is your chapter 3, that is Introduction to Database Management System. First we can have the glance what else we have already discussed, and then we can continue with the today's topic. Yes, first class we have discussed definition for DBMS. Next, what are the basic concepts? There are two, that is your ACID property. The next one, it is your concurrency control and locking. Next, finish the database models, that is your hierarchical database model, network model, relational model. Next one, it is your object oriented model. And the next class we finished relational database management system, that is your RDBMS, and under that one, these are the features. Similarly, in the same session, we finished for the terms table, column, row, primary key, foreign key, super key. And the next one, it is your composite key. And next class, we finished what is an ER modeling basic concepts. So there are three types, that is your entity, attribute, and the next one, it is your relationship. So next we discussed what are the types that are available under each and every type. The first one, it is your entity, under that finished strong, weak and entity instance. The next one, it is your attribute, under that finished key attribute, simple, composite, single valued attribute, and the next one, it is your multi-valued attribute. Similarly, we finished the next type, it is your relationship type, under that finished relationship instance, degree of relationship, and the next one, it is your cardinality. So until now up to this we have finished, and by today we are going to introduce the next topic, that is your MySQL. So for today, what else we are going to discuss is about MySQL, that is your introduction to MySQL. The next, it is your what are the web databases. Under the two types we are going to discuss, and what are the MySQL tools that are available. The last one, how you are going to install MySQL in your computer. So these are the topics that we are going to discuss by today. First we can see what is MySQL. Yes, MySQL. So by the name itself you can tell it is your structured query language. It is your structured query language. So this is a database management system founded by Monty. A person called Monty only introduced this concept of MySQL. Okay, va? So here don't forget, SQL is not a programming, it is a programming language. It is a structured query language. So it is not your database, it is a programming language. By using this language, you people can access the data where else you people have stored. Okay, va? Yes, MySQL founded by Monty. The next point is, what is a database? Database is a collection of data. Database is nothing but a collection of data. Here all that collection are structured. Structured means it is going to have a specific pattern. In that pattern only each and every detail will be stored for you. That is, each and every data will be stored. For example, you people consider the photo gallery. In your cell phone you will be having your gallery, no? So in that, which is what is your collection? So your photos are your collection. So photo gallery is your database, and photos are the photos are the data. So this is a simple example for database. Yes, next we can see SQL, that is your structured query language. So it is not a database, it is a programming language. It is a standard language to access the database. Access the database means what else information that you have stored in the database, you can retrieve that one or get that one for the purpose of processing and return the efficient information by using this SQL, So next, yes, next we can see some of the introduction points that are available under MySQL. So here MySQL is an open source software. What do you mean by open source? So it is available free on the platform. So it is available free for you people. So free, it is a free open software. So it can run on the all platform like Windows, Linux. So it run on the platforms like Windows and Linux without any problem. Similarly, it is scalable, reliable, and it is very fast. It is very fast. Similarly, it provides the flexibility for changing the source code. Source code means why there is a possible to change the source code. Since it is open source. What do you mean by open source? The coding that is written, it is free and it is available on the internet for you. Those who are willing to perform the changes in the source code, they can perform. So only it is called as your open source software. So only you are having the facility to change the source code as you need, as per the needs. So each user will be having individual needs. According to their need, they can change the source code itself. So clear with what is MySQL? Yes. Next we can see about web database. Next we can see about web database. So by the name itself, you people can tell. This database is going to have information that are available on the web. This database is going to have the information that are available on the web. Okay, wow. So this web database is of two types. What are they means? Heavy and light database. It is your heavy database. Another one is your light database. So heavy database only support desktop application. What do you mean by desktop application? So for you people consider the computer monitor. So that is your desktop. That monitor is your desktop. And few software will be available only for monitor, computer alone, desktop alone. That is called as your desktop application. And the next one, it is your light database. What is mean by light database? It support all the web application. What do you mean by web? So what else program that you people are going to upload on the internet? That is your World Wide Web. Okay, wow. So this light database will support the web applications. Heavy database support the desktop application. So these are the two types that you people are having under the web database. Yes, next we can see about the heavy database. So nowadays all are using only light database. Why they are using the light database? Heavy database is going to have some drawbacks. To overcome that one, they are using light database. So we can see what are the drawbacks that are available under heavy database. The first point is it does not meet the network issues. Network issue means when you people are going to apply this database concept for internet, it is unable to solve the problem that is going to seen under the network, that is internet. So normally all the heavy database are converted into light database. Why it is converted into light database? Nowadays there is a very demand for web applications only. So only all the desktop applications are converted into light database, that is your web applications. Okay, wow. So the next you can have the light database, that is it can handle all the issues related to network. It can solve all the problem related to the network. So already I told you web database supports web application. Web database support web application. So only it is called as your web database. So nowadays all the heavy databases are converted into light database. And next we can see what are the commonly used databases. So these are the some of the commonly used databases. First one, it is your DB2, MySQL. Next it is your Oracle. Then next it is your PostgreSQL. Then next it is your SQLite. And the next one, it is your SQL Server. The last one, it is your Sybase. So these are the some of the commonly used databases. Yes, clear with the topic. What are the web database? So under the web database, you people are having two types. What are they? it is your heavy database, and the next one it is your light database. So nowadays all the heavy database are converted into light database due to the demand that is needed for the web applications, since light database can easily handle web applications. So clear with this topic? Yes, we can continue to the next one. Yes, next one it is your what are the tools that are available. What are the tools that are available we are going to see. So why you people need tools? So to make the database better and more efficient and more helpful for the user, many tools are available. So by now we are going to discuss 3 tools, that is your PHP MyAdmin, and the next one it is your MySQL Workbench, and the next one it is your Heidi SQL. So these are the 3 popular open source tools. So here also again you are having the term open source. What do you mean by open source? It is available free on the internet for you people. Since it is free, what else changes the user is willing to do, he can perform in the program. Yes, by now first we can see PHP MyAdmin. Yes, this is your web admin. So already we have discussed about PHP. PHP is your server-side programming language and it is mainly used under web. Yes, this is the first important administrative tool and the language used is PHP. Mainly it is used in web hosting. Web hosting means for www and writing the URL and having that program and all, mainly they are using this PHP MyAdmin only. So here it is going to have some features. What are the features here it is going to have? First we can see the first point, it provide web interface. Interface means it acts as an intermediate. So here the user will be able to understand very easily and the information can be given as the input, and similarly the output also can be got very easily. So it is your web interface. Next it is your importing and exporting. Importing and exporting means getting one data from one website and sending your data to another website is also very easy and very quickly done, although you are transmitting in different formats. So for example, you people are sending a picture in different extension, that is your JPEG or PNG, like that you people are going to export, means the next end for whom you are sending, they will be easily able to import that figure, import that picture. So the next point is it monitors. Monitors means it check all the server activities, what the server is going to do, how the connections are done, how the processor working, and how the memory is used. So these are easily monitored by the PHP MyAdmin. So these are the main features that are available under PHP MyAdmin. Similarly, it makes the complex queries easy. What do you mean by query? Yes, the question that you people are going to ask, what else the complex question it is asked, it is easily solved by means of the PHP MyAdmin. So these are the features that are available under PHP MyAdmin. What is the first feature? It provide web interface. The next one is importing and exporting data to various formats, and the next one, it monitors the server activities, and the next point is makes complex queries more easy. Yes, next we can see the next one. Yes, it is your MySQL Workbench. So it is your desktop application. So previously we finished PHP MyAdmin. No, it is your web admin, and this is for your desktop application. Desktop application you people are able to remember. Just now we finished. No, it is your heavy database. Okay, ma'am. Yes, here a tool mainly used by the developers for the purpose of visualization. Who are the developers? The person, those who are going to write the program are called as their developers. So this is the tool mainly used by that persons alone. So it is also helps in the data modeling development of SQL Server configuration and backup. For that purpose and all, desktop is It is a desktop. So these tasks are going to be done in the desktop only. So MySQL Workbench is mainly preferred for this purpose. Similarly, the next point is SQL editor of this tool is very flexible and comfortable in dealing multiple result sets. So here again it is going to have another one tool, that is SQL editor. It is more flexible and comfortable when it is going to deal with multiple results. Multiple results means multiple output. So these are some of the important points that are available under MySQL Workbench. Don't forget, it is your desktop application. Next we are going to see the next one. It is your Heidi SQL. Again it is your desktop application. So these tools help in the administration for better database system. So this Heidi SQL supports GUI. GUI means yes, graphical user interface. It supports graphical user interface. Again, it's going to have many features like it monitors the server host, server connection, databases, tables. It monitors. So in the first one, PHP MyAdmin also monitors the server. Similar as with the Heidi SQL also, it monitors the server host, server connection, the next database, next tables, next views, next triggers, and the last it's your events. So these are all monitored by the Heidi SQL tool. So clear with the three tools. So we finished the three MySQL administration tool. These three tools are open source software. The first one, it is your web admin. Next one and the next one, it is your desktop application. The first one we finished is PHP MyAdmin. Next one is your MySQL Workbench, and the next one it is your Heidi SQL. So clear with the tools, the three tools we finished. Okay, ma? Yes, we can see the next topic. How you people are going to install MySQL. How you are going to install MySQL. Yes, we are going to continue with MySQL installation. So to install MySQL, you have to download and install XAMPP server software from the internet. You have to download and install XAMPP server software. Okay, wow. So after started installing, this setup dialog box or setup wizard will be displayed for you. The first you will be having, it is your XAMPP server welcome wizard. In this you have to click next. The next wizard will be displayed for you. It is your components wizard. It is your components wizard. From below here, what else components you people are willing, you people can select that one. So what else you people are willing, you people select. After selecting that one, you have to click next. The next wizard will be displayed for you. In this, you have to select the folder where you are going to store the XAMPP. You have to select that folder by clicking this browse button. Otherwise it will be displayed default for you. Next you click the next button. Next you are now ready to install. So this setup is now started to installing on your computer. Click next in this wizard. Yes, next you people are going to have welcome to XAMPP. It started to install for you. It started to install for you. The installation process is going on. After that, you have to go on. After the installation is finished for you, like this wizard will be displayed for you. And here you have to click finish. You have to click finish. After this finish, yes, you will be having your XAMPP control planner. You will be having your XAMPP control planner. So before writing the database program, what you have to do means you have to start this Apache and MySQL. You have to start the process for Apache and MySQL. So directly here you are having two buttons now. You have to click this start and this start. Automatically it will be change to stop. Okay, automatically it will change to stop for you. So here all the actions will be, the status is changed for you. So the Apache and the MySQL now it is started to run. So you are having the message now, MySQL status change detected, it is running for you. It is running. Similarly, the Apache status change is detected and it also started to run. So now the database is running at the backend, and next you have to write on the program alone. So just by clicking the coding, that is, yes, the URL that is given here, no, by this you people have to start proceeding with your program. So clear how you people have to install MySQL on your computer. So this is your database. The front end, another program you have to run, and you can access the database contents. So clear with the installation process. So by today, what else we have discussed? Yes, about MySQL, that is introduction to MySQL. Next we discuss the web databases. In that the two types are there, light database, and the next one is your heavy database. So light database is your web application and heavy database is for your desktop application. And next we discussed about the MySQL tools. Under the tools we discussed three, that is your PHP MyAdmin, MySQL Workbench, and the next one it is your ADSQL. So under the two are your for your desktop application and one is for your web admin. The last we finished how to install MySQL. Last we finished how to install MySQL. So clear with the topics. What else we have discussed by now? Is remaining we can continue in the next class. Yes, thank you students.